In a total crackdown against the cartels, the United States deployed the aircraft carrier United States ship Nimitz and the destroyer United States ship Gridley to conduct joint naval operations with the Ecuadorian Navy against drug traffickers, including Brazilian factions. The mission, called Southern Seas 2026, is led by the naval forces of the Southern Command and the United States Fourth Fleet, which is only activated in very specific cases. This offensive is part of the actions of the Shield of the Americas, which has already shown concrete results, with dozens of criminals detained and important logistical structures of the cartels being destroyed. The coalition includes countries like Ecuador, Argentina, Paraguay, Chile, and El Salvador, which have joined the international effort. However, nations that were left out of the agreement, such as Brazil, Venezuela, and Colombia, may see operations against cartels taking place within their territories, even without the direct approval of their presidents. This scenario reinforces regional pressure and shows how the fight against drug trafficking is becoming a continental priority, led by the government of Donald Trump, becoming a priority. In this video, we will detail the capabilities of the vessels sent to the region and analyze how the movement of the United States Fourth Fleet could redefine the fight against local factions. Welcome to life in the barracks. The arrival of the aircraft carrier United States ship Nimitz and the destroyer United States ship Gridley in the region marks a significant reinforcement of the United States' naval presence in the fight against the cartels. The aircraft carrier United States ship Nimitz, with its ability to carry dozens of attack and reconnaissance aircraft, projects air and naval power capable of choking off trafficking routes. Arrival. The destroyer United States ship Gridley, equipped with advanced defense and attack systems, complements the operation with flexibility for escort missions, interception, and logistical support. Together, these ships represent a deterrent force that sends a clear message to criminal organizations that their days are numbered. The United States ship Gridley, which arrived on the Ecuadorian coast, is an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer designed for attack and defense missions in multiple scenarios. Equipped with vertical launch systems, it can fire Tomahawk missiles at ground structures, striking logistical centers and cartel support bases, in addition to anti-ship missiles that are capable of neutralizing vessels used in maritime trafficking. Its personnel consists of around 300 highly trained military members, and the ship has already been used in escort, patrol, and combat operations in different strategic regions, consolidating its reputation as a versatile and lethal platform. The United States ship Nimitz, on the other hand, is a nuclear aircraft carrier and one of the largest military vessels in the world, with the capacity to carry up to 70 aircraft, including fighter jets, helicopters, and logistical support planes. Its crew exceeds 5,000 military personnel, functioning as a true floating city and a launch base for rapid operations by the United States Marines and allied countries. This projection capability allows the United States to carry out coordinated attacks, amphibious landings, and large-scale reconnaissance missions, making the Nimitz a central element in the strategy of suffocating the cartels and in demonstrating naval military power in the region.
Guayaquil, Naval Operations Command. Curfew time. Study Triniporto.
By staying out of the United States-led military coalition, Brazil and Colombia began to face strong international and domestic pressure. To respond to this scenario, the two countries decided to sign an exclusive bilateral agreement, emphasizing that together they could confront the cartels that have operated in their territories for decades. The current Brazilian president and the Colombian president, Gustavo Petro, emphasized that this union aims to restore peace to the population, suffocating transnational routes used for the shipment of illegal goods. However, many Colombians and Brazilians have been discussing on social media, pointing out that the two presidents are just using political rhetoric as a way to mitigate the pressure from actions by the United States, which could directly affect their territories. The perception is that the bilateral agreement is nothing more than a rhetorical strategy to try to contain criticism and demonstrate some kind of leadership in light of their absence from the international coalition. The truth is that the lack of participation by Brazil and Colombia in an initiative aimed at confronting a common enemy, which are the cartels, seems strange, and it raises questions about the real reasons for this absence.
Bombs have appeared. Bombs dropped from an airplane. If you really investigate the methods, a lot. On the border with Ecuador,
Colombia has already officially declared that its territory was bombed on the border by Ecuadorian and North American forces, showing that actions like this can also happen on Brazilian soil. Donald Trump's authorization to also deploy the United States Fourth Fleet in the region represents a milestone of great strategic impact. This fleet has a history of complex operations such as maritime blockades, interception of surface intruders, and the use of submarines for monitoring and precision strikes. When mobilized, the Fourth Fleet significantly expands the reach of military actions, creating blockade corridors capable of choking traffic routes and destabilizing the cartel's logistics. The direct support of the Fourth Fleet to the Southern Command shows that the offensive against criminal networks is growing gradually and in a coordinated manner. This integration strengthens the joint response capability, allowing the military, the United States, and its allies to act more efficiently in the fight against drug trafficking. The presence of naval assets with high firepower not only intimidates the cartels, but also shows that the fight against organized crime in Latin America has entered a new phase, marked by large-scale operations and strong international pressure.
We found the road to the coast of the city of Guayaquil, where the armed forces are carrying out control and surveillance operations in compliance with the curfew, which is in effect from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m.
We still don't know what Donald Trump's government will actually do against the cartels operating in Brazil and Colombia. But it's clear that fighting drug trafficking in the region without neutralizing these organizations would be insufficient, and it could turn both Brazil and Colombia into escape routes for other criminal groups. This scenario raises doubts about how far the Shield of the Americas would be willing to intervene directly against the Brazilian cartels, or if this possibility is nothing more than a narrative of political pressure. Leave your opinion here in the comments, and do you believe that Brazil could become a real target of the Shield of the Americas operations, with bombings of criminal structures of the Primeiro Comando da Capital and the Red Command? Are you prepared to deal with the challenges that current conflicts may bring? In the course Current Conflicts Efficient Preparation, you will learn in a practical and strategic way how to prepare for hostile situations, including wars, truck drivers' strikes, and even food shortages. Here at VITA, in the barracks, you stay up to date with everything happening in the military world. Leave your like, subscribe, and watch one of the videos appearing on your screen. Forward fighters, until next time.